What is going on, everybody? We are back on it with the season finale, House of the Dragon, episode 10. Uh, it finally happened. Everything that's essentially been building since what, episode 2, I'd say. Once we saw, the queen was officially dead and the game Otto was looking to play, and Rhaenyra being named heir. Once we kind of saw like where the direction that this was going, um, last episode, episode 9, it finally happened. King Viserys was dead. The High Towers, Otto, 99% of the small council had already had this planned. And Aegon, Prince Aegon, was officially named king. It looks like Alicent believes she's doing the right thing because she believes that's what Viserys wanted. Regardless, though, even if Alicent didn't come with that information, it looks like everybody was planning that anyway. And I could get behind Otto, but once you start killing for no reason, then it's like, okay, well, you're no better than anybody else. Like, okay, he's planning and he's scheming, but everybody was planning and scheming. Corlys wanted the king to marry his daughter, and everybody wanted this and this pairing and do this and do that. But once Otto's not even giving the people that didn't want to bend the knee the chance, it's just what it is. He's no he's no better, no different than anybody else. Last episode was 100% the Greens. We didn't get any Rhaenyra, any Daemon. Got creepy ass Lord Strong and his foot fetish thing he's got going on. And we ended the episode with one of like the best dragon roars I've heard in any type of illustration. Princess Rhaenys got her dragon and got the hell up on out of there. So we already know there's going to be a season 2. I think we're saying like 2024, something like that. So I'm curious, within this hour, we're going to get Daemon and Rhaenyra's reaction to, hey, you've been usurped, and then how they're going to set all the pieces up for season 2. Rally your banners and all out war. Shit is about to go down. I don't know if we're going to get any actual like battling this episode as far as like dragons. I have absolutely no idea. Let's go ahead and get into it. The season's been great. As a very massive Game of Thrones fan, I couldn't have asked for anything better, honestly. I didn't have any expectations going into it. I just wanted it to be good, and it's been great. Good. So let's see what's going on.
Hey, sweet boy. Not so perfect.
You think she's perfect, huh? Little boy, you don't even know, brother. You don't know.
I am anything but.
She hasn't.
They looked after me.
I don't think she's gotten word
I
yet.
left my duties.
She hasn't gotten word
Your
yet.
mother will do the same for you.
Damn, shit hasn't gone down yet.
Good morrow, Princess.
Good morrow, Sir Laurent.
Princess Rhaenys has just arrived on Dragonback.
Oh
She
God.
urgently requests an audience with you and Prince Daemon.
Oh no. And he thinks it's about Lord Corlys. No, bro, it is about the bigger picture.
The Princess Rhaenys Targaryen.
Just
Sir Laurent.
tell him straight up. Just get to it immediately.
Princess Rhaenys.
Get to it immediately.
We hope for news of Lord
No,
Corlys.
that's not why I'm.
Viserys is dead.
Damn.
There is more. Aegon has been crowned as his successor.
The betrayal she's got to feel. Yeah, that would. I would start having a panic
They
attack.
crowned him.
Yeah.
A war is like to be fought over this treachery, to be sure.
She could have burned him. Yes, she could have, but is that her call?
War is not my
Yeah.
again.
That's what I'm saying. It's not.
I only rushed this warning to you out of loyalty to my husband and to my house.
The music that they're.
The Greens are coming for you, Rhaenyra.
That was a great scene. And like Damon said, like, Princess Rhaenys could have, yes. She could have burn them all to the ground. But that's not, it's not my war. That's not,
He's coming.
no, I don't. It's not me. Yo, she's had like 6 or 7 kids, by the way.
Far from complete. This should not be happening.
I think it's the
Fucking happening.
I think it's the stress. I think the stress of finding out that information is accelerating the birth. Like it's
No long service to the crown. So I'm presenting you with a choice.
oh god. Bend the knee or die essentially is what the choice is.
Alone, princess. Let us help
Oh god. Jesus. These birthing scenes this season have been really fucking graphic. Yeah, it is. I don't know which one it is, but it's one of them. I think he was down to support Rhaenyra from the beginning. He didn't agree with what they were doing. He doesn't support Aemon, or he doesn't support Aegon and his ways and everything else. He took the old crown. Nice. I was wondering why Aegon
I swear toward the Queen.
had a different crown. Crown her, and let's get to going. We got a, we got banners to send out and a war to plan for. There she is. Is she the only woman character we've seen crowned outside of Cersei? Because Dany never got crowned. Before her exploits and untimely death. And Cersei was the only other one to even get the opportunity. Holy shit, it lights up? Damn! Dany never even had that shit. Stannis didn't even have that. Holy hell, that's clean. I want to get a poster of that, or like a light up version of that.
A lone galleon flying a banner of a 3-headed green dragon.
Alert the watchtowers. Sight the skies.
I see like the tug and pull for power there a little bit. Like Rhaenyra's trying to make statements to Daemon like, I'm queen, I'm calling the shots, but she also has no experience. She talked about, you know, our dragons don't have battle experience. You also yourself have no battle experience. Daemon has, you know, dabbled here and dabbled there. He had that fight going on a little bit in the, This isn't Otto having the balls to come up here, is it? Oh my god, it is.
Come at the behest of the Dowager Queen Alice.
Oh my god.
Aegon, second of his name,
He's lucky we just don't roast him. He's lucky we just don't roast him.
I've been directed to deliver her message only to Princess Rhaenyra.
You're never making it up here, by the way.
Where is the princess?
You're never coming up these steps. I will never let you up this walkway, by the way, Otto. I will burn King's Landing to the ground before I let you walk up in here, by the way. This is going to be the same setup as last time. Drop the dragon right behind him. Yeah, just go ahead and land it right behind him. There you go. Nowhere for them to go. Nowhere for them to go. Good. Was it just like episode 2, 3? Good luck. If we wanted to, we could kill all them right now. We should, for the treason that they placed upon us.
Mark and all the lands and holdings.
It's not a bad deal.
Prince Daemon will also be given places of high honor at court.
It's
Aegon the Younger as the king's squire, Viserys as his cupbearer.
it's not a
Finally,
bad
the
deal
king
at
in his good
all.
grace will pardon any knight or lord who can stand against his ascent.
I would rather feed my sons to the dragons than have them carry shields and cups. For your drunken usurper cunt of a king.
Aegon
It's
Targaryen
really not a
sits
bad
behind
deal
the throne.
if you didn't take
Where's the
it.
conqueror's
It's not actually something that's being considered, correct? Her and Damon need to have a conversation, a serious conversation. And like I said, it's not a bad offer at all. Now, can we trust any of them? Can we trust that if she shows up to King's Landing and bends the knee, that they're gonna get all that. We get to keep this. Our sons are in place. XYZ. They're not just gonna murder us. Excuse me? Damon?
My brother was a slave to his omen's importance.
Damon? Tapping? I'm tapping. Damon, I'm tapping. Bro, safe word.
Dreams didn't make us kings.
Safe word. Something.
Dragon.
They got absolutely nothing accomplished with that conversation, too, by the way. They needed to get the dynamic of power situated there between the two of them. And nothing. Oh! He lives!
You have the full support of our fleet and house. Your Grace.
Okay. That's a big piece. That's a big piece to get. Well, we were winning on the water. We're winning on the water, at least. We're winning water, and we're winning in the air. By sea and by air, we have the numbers and the power. By land, if you wanted to go take it, you could just take it.
I said to my bannermen, I made a promise to my father to hold the realm strong and united.
If you wanted to take it, you could.
War's first stroke is to
Surround King's Landing with the Valerian fleet.
You do not mean to act.
Scorch it from the air.
Does not-
There's 4 of them. Go.
Send us.
Yeah, let them get some screen time.
Prince is right, Your Grace.
The problem is, do you think you ever see them again? You don't know what enemies might be out there. They're powerful and stuff floating in the air on the dragons. As soon as they touch down and go into people's halls, they're free game.
To see my mother's
This...
you will receive a very warm welcome.
I don't think these boys make it back. I'm gonna be honest with you, Chief. I don't know if we ever see them again. They're playing that dragon flight music. We're about to see these boys take flight. We haven't seen these 2 dragons yet, have we? I don't think we have. Oh yeah, and she's heading out too. Oh. My God. Jesus. I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it. You're a dragon, I get it. But he can't claim 2, can he? I don't know how that works. I don't know what that where do you even park this thing? People like that aren't used to having dragons, like, where do I set this thing down at? Y'all really don't have the area for this. Imagine being a knight that like doesn't ever mess with Targaryens and doesn't ever do anything, and a dragon just like plops down. I'd be like, oh, what the hell? They don't look very... I don't know. I don't like this. I don't think... Oh my God, Aemond is already there. Prince Aemond is already there. And that's the kid that took his eye. This isn't... this kid's dead. Bro, did you see the size of Aemond's dragon? Oh my God. Aemond's here, and this is the kid that took his eye. That shit ain't gonna go well. At all. Yep. I mean, you already knew he was. You saw, you saw the car out front. You already knew who it was.
My lord.
He needs to get out. He needs to get out of there. Get on the dragon and... Shit. Don't get baited.
Did you really think
Your eye.
My man's got a sapphire in that shit?
Mine.
If you harm him, we're just gonna burn this place down to the ground. He
Then
look
you are craven as well as a traitor.
he looks better with
Not
that.
here. Give me your eye, or I will take it, bastard. Not in my hall. The boy came as an envoy.
Thank God you don't
I'll
hurt the
have that
messenger.
ship beneath my
Yes, yes.
wing. Take Prince Lucerys.
Get on that dragon and haul ass. Leave. This was a terrible idea, Rhaenyra. Good God. And especially the little one. Get on it and go, Bray. Go, 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 go. Kid's dead. This is a terrible idea. Can I just sleep here for the night? This is terrible. This is a terrible idea. How do you not send him with any backup? You could have sent Reyna or Bela with him, man. So fucked. Y'all are about to get roasted. This is creeping me out how long we're staying on this shot. I'm just waiting to see the gargantuan dragon behind. Oh. It's like Godzilla, like under the water type shit. Like that's how bad that was. We should be quicker, no? We gotta be quicker, no? But where are we going? Do we even know where we're going? Eh? Okay, we can see. This shit is... You know what you've done. You knew that was gonna happen though. Even he's not a killer, but I felt like Jace, or that's Lucerys. I felt like he could have just gotten out. Like he did not have to come do that drive-by fly burn. Like just keep going. Oh man, that's rough. The size wasn't. We're the size of one of its damn paws, one of those mittens, bro. Your son's. That was a terrible idea by Rhaenyra, by the way. That was just terrible all around. All around. We lost Storm's End, by the way. They've committed to the Greens. You lose a dragon and you lose your son. And Aemon knew it too. You know that's not what he was like there to do. He doesn't seem like a murderer given his reaction to all that. But you're egging it on. You're literally piloting nuclear weapons. Is this gonna trigger her to like finally go and burn? Is it time? That might be the trigger. And that's how the season ends? No shot. Wow. That last like 5 to 10 minutes was just I didn't feel good about him doing that by himself anyway, but I was like, okay, you know, maybe he shows up and you know, it's all right, you know, nothing too bad will happen. You know, maybe he'll get laughed at, you know, they'll call it, you know, whatever, he'll get on it and get out. As soon as they did that like lightning shot to show Vhagar's silhouette, oh my, the size difference is actually insane. I mean, there's just no contest there. The only chance you have is to run. You would need multiple dragons to deal with that. Multiple. Or some type of what are the damn scorpions that they had trying to take out Daenerys' dragons? It just I mean, you saw that coming from a mile away. I didn't feel good about the boy going out by himself anyway. I felt like they should have sent the two that have been betrothed together. Send Reyna and Bela with each of them. 2 escorts, 2 dragons. If you're gonna like, you have a Valerian house, Targaryen house, like it just seemed better to me. I mean, the boy did his job, and Lord Boros, he said not in my hall, but like, what did you think was gonna happen? He like escorted him to the dragon and all that. You knew how it was gonna go, and it sucks, but it just is what it is. Like you just saw that coming from a mile away. It sucks to suck, but you knew he wasn't gonna make it. Um, I'm curious how that word got out. Um, because if I'm Aemon, I'm not gonna tell anybody. I'm just gonna fly on back, and they're gonna be like, "Man, Lucerys never made it back." I'm like, "Yeah, he never made it back." Um, it's so wild that like we're not gonna have another follow up episode next week. Literally gonna be years until we see it again. Um, a great episode. It was a great episode. Now I'm hoping that we'll start season 2 with getting to see. I mean, I feel like it's just easy bait. Where if you're a Game of Thrones viewer, it's just easy hook, line, and sinker. Show us a dragon in Winterfell. Give me like half of an episode of Jaehaerys flying his dragon up into Winterfell. The snow showing us the view of the cat. That's just easy. I'm not a marketing major. That just seems too easy of an opportunity to miss. Same with the Vale. Spent a lot of time, with their, air cells and the moon door, and like we know what it looks like. We've spent time there too in Game of Thrones. That's just easy. Just do it. Just give us time there. It'll be pretty great. The episode was outstanding. I loved it. I felt like there was a little bit of a slow moment there, a little bit, with like kind of the Rhaenyra and Daemon back and forth. I kind of wanted that to get handled a little bit, but the opening scene, like something about the way the House of the Dragon in the Game of Thrones is doing like the birthing stuff. Golly, they're getting graphic on that. I'm assuming the stress of kind of hearing her father died, the stress and the shock of her father dying, and then hearing the plotting that they did. I feel like that stress just accelerated the birth to happen. Maybe she was going to give, premature anyway. That's just how I took that. And clearly her and Daemon are not on the same page. This is flashbacks of Daemon with his brother Viserys, calling his brother weak, not doing what he needs to do. Should have me by your side so I can make the decisions that you can't make. I feel like he's trying to do that with Rhaenyra, and he's seeing the same like opposition again. Like I think he even made the comment like it sounds like your father. I think it's just frustrating him because I feel like he has a way of how he wants to do things, and clearly she has a way of how she wants to do things. What's wild is when she was younger, which I mean she can mature as she gets older. She made similar comments when Lord Corlys would bring up the crab feeder and the stepstones. She made a comment of, "You have dragon riders, father. It'll be a show of force." Now she's not about that show of force, which I guess it is on a little bit of a different scale. That you're just fighting some like side war that has nothing to do with like your seat and power on the realm. If she was to just go to King's Landing and burn it, she would be like she said in like the Daenerys callback. She's not trying to be queen of the ashes. They could do that. They could cut off their supply line so they won't have anything coming from the Narrow Sea, any supplies like that. Surround it with men on foot, surround it with ships, and have just 24/7 dragon circle, which they have. They have the dragon riders and they have the dragon numbers. Vagar's big ass could only fight so many of us at a time, right? Especially if we're somehow able to if we can get Aemond. We don't even need to kill Vagar, just kill Aemond while he's riding it. You could starve them out, burn them out, whatever you want to do, but she doesn't want to go that route. I don't know if her son being killed might push her towards that route. TBD. I want to say that dragon that Daemon was singing, I think that's the second largest dragon in the world behind Aemon's. I forget the name of it. I don't know how big it is in scale because we knew Vagar was massive when we saw the Lady Lena and Aemon riding it, but that's the first time we got it scaled to another dragon or to a entire castle. That thing was massive. It looked like a damn jet ski pulling up next to a damn cruise ship. Holy shit. It was just that lightning shot when Lucerys was walking in was great. But I think that dragon that Daemon was serenading was the second largest dragon. I don't know what it is size comparison, like how much. Just because you're the second biggest doesn't mean you're as big as that bitch. And who's gonna ride that? Even if you somehow like, can he switch back and forth? He already has Caraxes, so I'm not sure how that would work. Um, it was curious to see Rhaenyra was having like a dragon connection when she was trying to spit out that baby. Was she actually having a dragon connection there, or were they just doing that like as a figuratively showing? I'm not quite sure. Lord Corlys is good to go, so we don't have to go into season 2 thinking about like, oh, did he make it or not? They seem to be with us. That's one of the kids dead. I don't think any of the kids are making it through this. I don't think Aemond, Aegon, Helena, who's left now? Jacaerys, Rhaena, and Baela. All 6 of those kids. I think all those kids are dying. All of them, by the way. So you're gonna have a lot of dragonless dragons out there. But between the opening birth scene, seeing the power struggle between Daemon, because it looks like she's queen, but like he's just giving all the orders and everything, and it's like, hey, I'm queen. She's trying to like put her foot down with that, but it still looks like we're having some tough times with that. So you have the opening scene, them struggling for power, crowning her, Otto showing up. I was not expecting that. What was that, episode 2, episode 3 all over again? Daemon on one side, Otto on the other, Rhaenyra coming with her dragon behind. Ballsy move to walk through them all. So we got that parallel again. Lord Corlys showing up, talking about the Starks, the Baratheons, the Aarons, names that we're all familiar with. And then the kid getting his ass taken out. That was pretty dope, like Sapphire. He should leave it like that. Take the eye patch off, bro. Let that like Sapphire eye flow. But yeah, the young pup, as Lord Boris called him. He should have never been sent on that mission to begin with. I don't think you should be going out there solo regardless. Because let's say Aemond isn't there at all. You're landing your dragon in this confined courtyard space and just leaving it going inside. They could have shit lined up to just hopefully weaken your dragon or take it out. You come outside and they just kill your ass. And maybe they weaken the dragon or spook it enough that it flies off and then you're screwed. So I don't really agree with kind of just there's warring times going on right now. Treachery is happening, treason. And y'all are just going out here one-man army solo dolo like, yeah, it's cool on a dragon until you roll up on the 757 Boeing dragon and you're a private jet and shit. It's wild. I enjoyed it. I loved the season. I'm not going to give anything 10 out of 10 because then there's nowhere to go up, you know. But if I had to rate the season overall as a whole, story, visually, characters, connection, wow moments, lore, you know, all that type of stuff. I'd say 8.5. I give it an 8.5. Since I'm a Game of Thrones fanatic, you can nudge me to a 9 if you want, but I want to hold it 8.5 just because if there's room to go up for next season, I want to have that room to go up to a 9. Right now, I give it an 8.5 out of 10. Dragon CGI looks amazing. Some of the visuals, because you know they're giving all these dragons different looks, all of them different audio screeches as well. I think they've done a great job with that. The characters are great. I think the acting, because that's another thing too, the characters are so good in Game of Thrones. And I felt like they were just as good here. I'm trying to think of the major deaths we had. I'm not going to count Emma. I mean, Emma dying set everything off. The same way Lord Aaron dying in the first episode of Game of Thrones set everything off. Her dying, so I guess we will call her a major character. So her dying and the son, the stillborn son, or the son that died, you know, 2 major deaths that essentially set everything. You had Viserys dying, Vaemond dying, Lord Strong and his son, and then you had Jacaerys. I think it was just those kind of 7 major deaths that we had of players on the board that are kind of like moving the needle in any kind of like political way and all those type of things. So on the other side, I think it was said that they only have 3 dragons. I mean, that 757 they have though, good God. But shit, if you let those 11 dragons team up on it, we'll take her big slow ass down. And if you're able to just go for the rider, I think that would go a long way. So you have the three dragons with Aegon and his, Helena and hers, and Aemond. Um, we're down a dragon and a dragon rider. So we have Princess Rhaenys and hers, Baela, Rhaena, Jaehaerys, Daemon, and Rhaenyra. So that gives us 6 dragons. But we also have more dragons. I think we're up to 10 dragons, but only 6 riders, and they're just 3 of 3. I think it's safe to say we have the naval front as well. So I think we control the skies and we control the water. Our foot soldier numbers leave a little bit to be desired, but that's where how hopefully we're going to be able to get the Starks or the Aarons. Yeah, it was a great time. Great time. Loved the series. Loved the season. And I'll be strapped in for season 2. We'll go ahead and leave it there. 8.5 out of 10 with some great stuff. I'll take it. Appreciate it, everybody. You guys have been giving support on these videos. If you're only here for the House of the Dragon, I'll see you when the next season comes around. As always, appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe as always.